The grand staff is used usually for instruments that can play really high notes or really low notes, like a piano. The grand staff looks like this. Now, this is just this is the way we read music. The way pretty much everybody reads music. Okay, so this is right in the grand staff here. Notice 5 lines on the bottom, 5 lines on the top. You get the little brace right here. Then we write the treble clef up here. That's what this is called. Treble clef, kind of like trouble. Treble clef there. And then we got the bass clef down here, okay? Bass clef. I know it looks like bass, but we don't say bass, we say bass. Bass clef down there. Treble clef refers to kind of where the higher notes go. There are some instruments that typically have only like really kind of more higher notes, like the violin, the ukulele, the guitar. We tend to read only with the treble clef for those particular instruments. Other instruments only use the bass clef because they just very low notes. But this is what we call the grand staff for something like a piano, where you have a wide range of notes, very high ones, very low sounding ones. We use the treble clef and the bass clef with the grand staff. Now, when I say high and low, keep in mind I'm not talking about loud and soft. All right. So high refers to like very high, and then low is like very low. You know, that kind of thing. Okay. So and everything in between. So low notes way down here, high notes way up here. Okay. That's kind of how treble clef and bass clef work. The time signature would be put kind of like this. Let's say we were doing 4 beats per measure. Quarter note counts as 1 beat. They're kind of written like that. These are called the time signatures. Or this is the time signature right here, telling you kind of how many beats per measure we are. Now measures are written sort of like this, to kind of split them up in this way. So a measure is just that distance, that little box, that little distance between the lines there. That's a measure. This is a measure. Excuse me, horrible handwriting. This is a measure right here, and this would be a measure right here too, this first one. I won't write that in though, just don't want to make it busy. So again, treble clef, bass clef, time signature right here, and in this particular example we have 3 measures, okay, little kind of sections, and within those sections we can only fit 4 beats worth of notes, because that's what the time signature is telling us.